All right, we got a fun little update for you. I tried to get these weapons to work with mouse click instead of just firing all the time. So let's see if I can run you through this really quick. On the right-hand side here, I'm gonna have this player control menu. This is the input that we set up before. If you went to, I think it was assets and input folder, we created a new player controls input. That's where we did the move in the last video, if you wanna go check that out. What we did in this one is I created a new action called fire. And I set it up as space and left mouse button. I might delete space, but I went in here and said, okay, I want this fire action to be connected to left mouse. You can see that in the other video too of how I did that. And then I jumped in and said, okay, we need to create a script. And you'll see that script here at the bottom. Now in that script, we have is firing set as is pressed for that on fire method. Now that on fire method comes directly from creating that in player controls, right? So I needed to set that to where if it's pressed, I have a variable to use. And then I came down here and said, okay, let's create process firing, okay? One problem that I did have is that I wanted multiple weapons to be firing at the same time. So at the top, you'll see I have that serialized field, which is the game object lasers. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can see it up there. Because I had a left laser and a right laser. And so when I added that script to the player ship, you can see on the right-hand side here, if I zoom over, I had two basically lasers that I needed to drag in here as objects in order to be able to use both lasers when I play the game. So when you get back to the script, I then created basically a loop, right? For each game object in lasers, I need to basically check if it's firing or if it's playing and then start firing that. And up here, I did a different method where it actually was just turning on and off the emission system. But I found when, you'll see here when I play it, when the emission system was sometimes not turned on, you couldn't see the firing because it was like in between firing. Anyhow, this is what it looks like now. So you can shoot, you can hold it in and it will fire. And it looks pretty sweet. I wanted to aim along with the cursor next. So that's what I'm working on next. But hopefully that's a little bit useful to you. I know it was really quick. But anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.